Hello and welcome. I'm Vincent Makori. This is Africa 54. Chadian troops have entered the northern Nigerian town of Gambaru on the border with Cameroon and are engaged in fierce battle with Boko Haram insurgents. That's according to military sources at Chad's army headquarters. The town has been under control of the insurgents for months. Meanwhile, in Gombe, a bomb exploded outside a stadium on Monday, shortly after President Goodluck Jonathan left a campaign rally at the site. Suspicion of the attack has again fallen on the terrorist group Boko Haram. Police say at least one female suicide bomber was involved in the attack in the town of Gombe, and a second female bomber may have also died in the blast. 18 people were treated for injuries at a local hospital. One of those blast victims, Sani Dahiru, said it all happened so fast.
I was just riding on my bicycle when suddenly I heard a blast. I fainted and woke up and found myself in the hospital.
Police spokesman for Gombe State, Fuaji Atajiri, doubts the president was the target of the attack.
How could the president be the target when the president have left quite a long time before the explosion? And at least it wasn't near to the point of the explosion. It is more than 1.5 kilometers away from where the president carried out his rally. Therefore, the convoy could have been the target.
Violence is on the rise as Nigeria's February 14th presidential election approaches. The Nigerian army has struggled to contain Boko Haram, which has said it is taking territory for a caliphate ruled by Islamic law. Last April, Boko Haram sparked international outrage when it kidnapped 276 schoolgirls from the remote town of Chibok. Dozens managed to escape, but more than 200 remain missing. Well, for more on the political and security situation in Nigeria, I'm joined by phone from Lagos by Cynthia Areh of our partner channels television. Cynthia, Boko Haram militants are obviously and clearly stepping up the campaign of violence just ahead of the elections. How has this impacted the political campaigns?
Well, Vincent, it's nice to speak to you again. And even though Boko Haram might be stepping up their campaigns, the campaigns are still going on because Nigerians remain undeterred. The presidential aspirants are still pushing for the 2050 elections, which are just days away. So even though these explosions or whatever, all these distractions are taking place now, they're simply what we call distractions. The focus still remains on getting a new president or maintaining the sitting president come February 14. You know, people are obviously concerned about the security, but despite that fear, you know, we choose not to live in fear. We choose to continue to remain focused because a lot of preparations have gone into these elections. A lot of preparations have gone into them, and we do not want to be distracted in any way.
Okay.
As I'm speaking to you right now, a campaign has just rounded up in Mina, the United States capital. So in spite of all these attacks, or as you put it, you know, stepping up of campaigns by Boko Haram, the campaigns still continue.
Now,
because February 14 is a reality.
Now, we know that for votes to be credible, people have to participate in it. How is the government ensuring that in those areas that are most affected by the violence, people will be able to cast their votes without fear of being blown up?
Well, realistically speaking, Vincent, we haven't really gone into detail of saying the number of maybe troops or security personnel that might be put in those trouble spots. But one thing they've stressed is that elections will take place in these northeastern states despite the violence that goes on there. So I honestly believe, in fact, I just spoke to one of our political correspondents, and he did tell me that when we will hear the details of the security that will be in those hotspots, it will be by next week, a week to the election.
Yeah. Now,
but I can tell you for certain that it's going to be really big, and the security is going to be over the top because the electorate needs to be kept safe.
Yeah, very quickly.
Despite that.
Very quickly, where is the campaign on Bring Back Our Girls? How's it doing?
Bring Back Our Girls campaign. It still exists, but I must say it's taking the back burner for now. Because
Well,
even though there's still a lot going on in trying to locate the girls, all roads to the 14th in Nigeria right now. So that has taken the spotlight.
okay.
But,
Thank you.
efforts are still being used by the government to find these girls.
Okay.
In reality,
Thank you, Cynthia. We're running into trouble with that line there. Was Cynthia Areh of Channels Television reporting live from Lagos in Nigeria. Now,